Good morning, everyone. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Today we are first video ever in Connecticut, Stars Hollow, Connecticut. Well, maybe it's Burbank. We're actually on the Warner Brothers studio backlot here in Burbank, part of the studio tour for a special Holidays Made Here event set in the town of Stars Hollow from Gilmore Girls. Now, there are several different studio tours you could take here at Warner Brothers, but all include this experience. You get to visit Stars Hollow on all of them. So let's go explore and see what there is to do. Holidays Made Here is a part of all studio tours from December 18th, 2024 through January 5th, 2025. Note the studio tour is closed December 25th. During Holidays Made Here, the iconic Midwest Street backlot once again transformed into the beloved town of Stars Hollow, Connecticut, festively decorated for the holidays. You can sip on hot coffee while enjoying Pop-Tarts and other delectable treats for purchase throughout Stars Hollow, all while walking in the familiar footsteps of Lorelai, Rory, Luke, and Sookie. You can explore original Gilmore Girls sets and get up close to authentic props and costumes. Be sure not to miss Scotty P's Big Mug Coffee served in Luke's Diner, along with popcorn and pastries. See the iconic gazebo, the official Stars Hollow town sign, Lorelai's house, Mrs. Kim's Antiques, and much more. You can also participate in Gilmore Girls trivia and costume meetups daily in front of Stars Hollow High School. This year's Holidays Made Here is the perfect way to celebrate as we look forward to the 25th anniversary of the show in 2025. This is so cool. You get to walk through Kim's Antiques. An experience that you can partake in is having a meal at the Dragonfly Inn. There are 3 dining experiences. That is additional, of course. That's not included in your ticket, but I just had an amazing meal. We'll show you. Inside of the Dragonfly Inn, there are 3 meal options that are available for purchase. You can see the menu there on the screen. I had that savory lunch for $30. We'll show you what it looks like in just a moment and what it comes with. Also inside, you definitely want to go in even if you're not eating. There is a gift shop with limited time merchandise related to the show. There are also sets and props from the show that you're definitely going to want to see. Take a look at it there. And you can actually see inside that this is an actual movie set, as there is no roof. It is open to the ceiling there. There's me inside. There's the staircase, and as we head into the kitchen, you'll see where they're preparing the lunches. It is first come, first serve. For the seating inside, you order at the counter, and if there isn't seating available, you can take it out and eat it there on Midwest Street. There's my lunch. It came with that pasta salad, a couple of the finger sandwiches, the hot tea, vegetables with ranch dip, and for the scone, there was jelly and butter. You can stay here as long as you'd like, then they pick you up and drop you back off to go to other parts of the tour. Now, the food and drinks and merchandise obviously are not included, but all the walkthrough events, attractions, all are included in your ticket here. So if you are a Gilmore Girls fan, this is a must. Even if you just want to experience a real working Hollywood backlot, this is an absolute must this holiday season. Runs through January 5th. They are closed Christmas Day, but you can book the tickets for any other day. And if you can't make it out this holiday season, they have events throughout the year here at the Warner Brothers Studio Tour, and they offer all of their tours every day of the year with the exception of Christmas Day. So you can come out, see the Midwest Street on a non-holiday day. Now, they can't always guarantee where you're going to see when you're on the tour because there is filming going on. During the holidays, it's a little quiet. That's how they can do this. But you do get to see almost all of the backlot tour when you're here on a regular day, too. So either come out for the holidays and see this or book another trip throughout the year to the Warner Brothers Studio Tour Hollywood. Things to see are the Christmas tree, Kim's Antiques, Sookie's house, tours of Midwest Street, Black and White and Red bookstore, Friends Fountain, Stage 48 script to screen, a scavenger hunt. There is a costume contest at 3 p.m. daily. You can shop the Dragonfly Inn, Lorelai's house, the Mercantile, Doose's Market, Beauty Sleep Shop, Seasons of Stars Hollow, the Camera Shop, the Stars Hollow Bookstore, and Le Chat Club. Refreshments are available at Al's Pancake World, the Speakeasy, Smoothie Bar, Hughes Brothers Coffee, the Popcorn Stand, the Dragonfly Inn, Luke's Diner, Coffee, and Doose's Market. Plus, the rest of the studio tour is included in this experience, so like we mentioned, you'll get to see Stage 48 script to screen, Action and Magic Made Here, and you'll also be taken around the popular backlot at Warner Brothers, where countless movies and television shows have filmed. I cannot tell you how much fun this was just to be able to roam Midwest Street here at Warner Brothers on the studio lot, see all the filming locations for Gilmore Girls. The food was really fun and creative. I absolutely recommend that. And the drinks, ton of merchandise shopping opportunities. Check it out. That was an amazingly incredible experience. Also, the show is celebrating 25 years next year, so make sure you come check it out. Huge thank you to the entire staff here at Warner Brothers Studio Tour Hollywood. Danny Kahn and team do an amazing job at all the events. We were here for the Batman anniversary opening of the TCM Classics Tour. We're here for Friendsgiving, and now for the Gilmore Girls Holidays Made Here. Have an amazing time every single visit. Make sure you book your tickets to the Warner Brothers Studio Tour Hollywood. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays. As an added bonus to kick off the event, Scott Patterson was recording his podcast, I Am All In, with members of the cast. Let's take a look.
Let's talk about the first time you came in contact with Gilmore Girls. The script, what did you think?
So I moved here from Chicago. Chicago! In November of 2001, and it was my birthday, and the very next day I had the audition for Gypsy. I was so excited, and I went in and I knew that everybody was talking fast on the show. That's all I really knew about the show, was how fast everybody talked. So I decided to give Gypsy an accent, and I went in, and the only note I got from Amy Sherman-Palladino was, okay, now go even faster. So that was the scene with, I can't look at this car anymore. And the rest is history. And I was so thrilled because I thought I was going to do one episode, and it ended up being a 7-year lovely time. And I just couldn't be more grateful to be here with all of you, because the fans, like Scott was saying earlier, we just love you guys so much, and you make our lives so rich and wonderful. When you think you get one job in television and then it just goes away, this is an enduring 25-year thing. And don't you think we should all do something really special for the 25th anniversary?
I actually think we are. Emily, your first contact with Gilmore, what was that like? Do you remember it?
Yeah, I remember getting the script and... No, I don't remember. But it's a good script and it's a good show, and I was... When I went in, I was like, talk fast. So I talked as fast as I could. Yeah. My girlfriend worked on the show and she goes, oh my God, I can't talk that fast. I said, try.
I always said, I don't talk too fast, you listen too slow.
That's a good one.
I love being here because if real Gilmore fans know that Mrs. Kim and Gypsy have never met.
Never.
Right? Emily and Rose know each other, but if you think about it, have Mrs. Kim and Gypsy ever been in the same scene? Never once.
That could be a nice spinoff. That could work.
Yes, I like this.
Gentlemen, start your engines. Greg Henry.
Yeah.
One of the great actors. What was your first experience with Gilmore?
My first experience, I think, was on set, as I recall it. I met Amy. We had a conversation, and she was very charming and very funny and very quick, very fast. Spoke very fast, actually, and then went to work on it. I think Jamie Babbitt directed that one, and that was my first experience. And then I, was lucky enough to do some more.
Most memorable scene, Ted?
Most memorable scene? It has to be, as I mentioned in the podcast this morning, a little moment that Sally and I, by the way, Sally and I went to the same high school in Portland, Oregon, if you can believe it. And I had a little story lined up, as you asked. The first experience with Gilmore Girls was on the first day on the set. Sally and I were sitting next to each other in these director chairs. We hadn't even talked to each other, but I knew that my dad was purported to be her favorite teacher, math teacher in high school. And she was a big star from All in the Family when I was growing up, so I knew exactly who she was. And I sat down next to her and she goes, oh, it's so hot today, just like today, right? And I said, yeah, not like the summers in Portland, Oregon. And she goes, are you Ed Rooney's son? She got it. She got it in that very moment. She remembered. She knew my dad. She saw this long face and she recognized it. But then we had this lovely moment on our steps in one of the first episodes, where a little romantic moment. I think it was after Cinnamon had died, so we were kind of reconnecting. And what I love about that moment, besides being with Sally, was that Sam Phillips, who was one of my favorite singer-songwriters for the previous 20 years, had written a little, how she writes these little moments, and just for that thing. And so at the Christmas party, when I spoke to her, she said, yeah, I wrote that just for you guys. And I'm like, oh my God, one of my favorite writers alive, wrote something specifically for us. I thought that was so cool. I got the script and I read it, and I read it again. I thought, now is this laugh out loud funny, or is it something different? I never could figure out. And then I got the part anyway, and when I first came to work on it, I started to hear about how fast we had to go. Because Amy and Daniel, her husband, who were both involved in it, were great fans of 1930s screwball comedies, which you may have seen on TCM or something like that, but they all just talked a mile a minute. Everything went a mile a minute. And so that's what they were thinking. And I found that out after I had the job and started to learn this stuff. So it just rolls off the tongue really fast, no hanging around for anything. My first thing was that first day I started to work. And then my first scene was with Scott, and we started our series-long, clash.
A love affair.
Yeah. I was decorating the whole town for Halloween, and he wanted nothing to do with it. And so the first shot I remember very clearly doing was sneaking pumpkins up onto the front steps of the cafe. And then about a month ago, I was on Scott's podcast, and so we were going to talk about that episode. So I watched it again, and that scene appeared nowhere. So I have no idea whether I really shot that or I can't remember. Maybe I just forgot it, or it just went away. Anyway, that's how it began.
We had a termite scene, and I didn't want to hurt her, so I was like poking her with my thing, but I was trying to be kind, and she goes, "Emily, just hit me with it. It's easier." I said, "You sure?" So I did, and she liked that. But she was just like her character. She was just adorable, and Lauren was just like her character too, right? In many ways.
What about you, Rose?
I just remember the episode where it was the whole town was split because you had broken up, or there were ribbons. What was that one? Ribbons? Pink. Yeah, and it was like, I just love the line, "You don't know a piston from a pepperoni." And I just remember thinking, like, you fix your own truck. So it was like, Gypsy didn't care if Luke and Lorelai ever got back together. But Lauren was so much fun to work with. And I played it like Gypsy's secret was Gypsy really just thought everything that Lorelai did was just the best. And she just had a girl crush on her. I just love that. And then I remember getting to be in the Emily's bachelorette party. Who's Emily? That was my favorite line. Who's Emily? And I got to be in the house. It was so exciting for Gypsy to be in the house. It was really a cool experience.
And you played more than one character.
That's right, in the revival. So I'm so flattered that people are like, I thought right away the fans would go, "That's Gypsy in a curly wig." But I got to be Berta. And Berta, I had so much fun doing Berta because Amy wanted a language that Spanish speakers cannot understand a thing of. She wanted it to sound just enough like Spanish, but like that no Spanish speaker could ever understand it. I just remember thinking, I made a word for crab meat that was canagrepo. Hola, hello. Oh, tinola Gilmore.
And so I spent some time with that cat before they killed it, because I asked them to, because I needed to have that for my... No, I didn't. No, of course not. Gee whiz. But still, I wanted it to be an emotional moment. I wanted to be true to the story, even though this is a comedy. And it was so great to have Alexis there right next to me when I'm having a moment, and she comforts me. So that was special, and very much in line with who she is too. So
the pilot script opens with Luke's diner, and it ends with Luke Diner. So I think there's something might be there. This might be a chemistry check, and if you pass the test, maybe you can get more episodes. And I'm like, probably. Sort of check out the Luke's Diner set. And I came in the back, and I saw Lauren and Alexis rehearsing those scenes. The scenes they had with the guys that are coming up and hitting on them and all that, those funny scenes. And the chemistry between those two was electric. It was so amazing. The timing was there, the flow was there, everything was there. And I really believed them as mother and daughter. So I thought to myself, well, we've got something very, very special here. Because if this works so well, then the whole thing's gonna work. And it did. And then when I did my first scene with Lauren, when she comes up and says, coffee, 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 I could just tell that there was something special there to work with, and that it was going to be a fun ride. So I was, at the beginning of the first day, I thought this has a chance. I really, really thought it was a great connection with everybody.
Just a reminder that the podcast taping and celebrity appearances were just for opening day for that special event, but everything else you saw in this video will be there if you attend Holidays Made Here at the Warner Brothers Studio Tour this season. Happy holidays, everyone, again. Thanks for watching.